So today I'm going to make my lunch again. So I'm having a soup. So let me check first. You see, I forgot to get my clams. So anyway, it's in the fridge only. So I'll just get my clam soup. Sorry guys, coming. I'm getting my clams. So I have these clams here. Hi. So I'm having these clams. So every time I go to the market, I usually go for like seafoods. So it's yesterday we're having a shop on the supermarket. Then I saw these clams. So look at these clams. So whenever I see clams and I wanted to have like a fresh ones, I go for the closed ones. So if I saw these clams that is still closed, then this is fresh. So that's another tip for you guys to check whether your clams are still fresh or not. So, and of course, you have to check if it's heavy enough. So if it's heavy like this, then it will be like a really fresh ones. So what I'm going to do with this one is I will just rinse it off for like some times. So let me check something first. So I'll have this bowl. I will just rinse this one. I will run it into the water for maybe run it like 3 times. Then I'm done with this. So this is my clams. So hi, hi Mr. Davao. Hi Mark, official builder. Banana for you and me. And Riot Gaming, hello. So I'm just gonna run this to the water for like 3 times, then I'll be back. So just stay there. Okay. So I'm done. So now what I'm going to do, I'll just show you which ingredients really needed for this recipe, because for me, I would love to have like a simple broth on the clams that I'm getting. So if I have like a nice soup, like a fresh soup on the table, I'll make sure that I use like a less ingredients, not so complicated, and it's so easy to have these ingredients on your fridge as well. So I'll have like a medium size of tomato here. So here, I'm just using 1 because this is quite big enough for the clams that I needed. So just chop it off, and of course you might just get rid of the hard part of the tomato, which is in the middle. So just get rid of that, and you will just cut it off in a rough cut like this. So whether you cut it in a thinner one, it's also nice, and it's also whatever handy for you guys, just go for it. So here I'll just do the rest of the tomato here. So hi Luis Vlog, hello. So guys, this is my lunch for today. Okay, so I just fancy yesterday when I saw the clams in the market, I just fancy to have like a nice soup, and just so easy to prepare soup. So now we are going to have like a ginger. So you'll have like 2 inches of the ginger. So I love to have like a ginger on the soup. So who doesn't love the ginger flavor, yeah? So I like the ginger flavor on the soup and also on any food, but I don't like ginger on the tea. So I don't know why. I don't really like ginger tea. Whether I put some honey on it, just to lessen the flavor of the ginger. I don't know, but I don't fancy the ginger tea. So if you guys fancy that, so there's no problem with that. I think that's the healthiest option that you can get if you wanna have like a clear throat, I think, or the colds. So I'll be needing like 2 inches of the ginger only. So this part is okay. So what I'm going to do is I will just cut it very thinly. So I'll just make sure that I have the flavor of the ginger on the soup, and the broth of that will be really nice and will be really fresh. So that's it. So the ginger is done. And also I'm gonna need like a slice of lemon. So I'll be needing that juice of the lemon. So I'll need about around like 1 tablespoon of the lemon juice. So this part is okay. So that is ready. And next part will be our onion. So this is always my hardest part, cutting the onion. So every time I cut the onion, I always cry. So you guys, if you have like a moment, like you just want to cry, so onion is always the best option to cry it all out. So here. So as I told you yesterday, every time I have like a live show, especially like I'm doing a live show on Saturday, I prepare everything like chopping, especially onions, because I don't want to cry on the live show that I'm doing. But since this is only like my everyday live and my lunch, so I will just cut it and let you see while I'm crying and doing the cutting of the onions. So Yoli, hello. So this is like a very easy and a very simple recipe, guys. You know, when you're in the Philippines, you wanted like to have like a soup, sinigang. Remember the sinigang? So sinigang is one of my favorite as well. So might as well, maybe we're going to have like a sinigang recipe by next time. But when I saw these clams yesterday on the market, I said, no, I'm gonna have the clams for my lunch today. So this is what I'm doing. So this is like a clam soup that I have in mind. So I have a video about cold soup that I make last time. I think it was a gazpacho soup, seafood. So I also use clams on that. So you can always check that out. So that will be like a fancy version of the cold soup that I make. But today, since we're only at home, so I only wanted to have like a fresh flavor on the soup. So I'll just make it so simple for you guys to follow and so simple for me also to do it. So of course, those person who doesn't know me yet, so I always put chili on my cooking. So 2 pieces of fresh chili. So I use like a Thai chilies. So that will be enough. And we are going to have this coriander. So I will not use the leaves of the coriander. I just wanted to use the stem of the coriander, which usually people will just get rid of and throw it. So for me, I will not throw anything on my kitchen. I will just use for my recipe. So this is the coriander stems. So if you have the roots, it will be fine, but when I bought this, there's no roots here, so I will just use the stem. So here, so I'll use like around maybe like 6 pieces of the stem here. So what I'm going to do is just fold it like this way and just chop it off. So it's just easy. So it's just easy to release the flavor of any ingredients that you have when you chop it or when you smash it. So I will not use any garlic in here. So I'll skip the garlic for now. So I just want to have like a nice broth, like a fresh broth on my clams. So I think that will be it. So now we will start cooking. We'll just swipe my chopping board here. So you guys always, when you prepare your things and when you chop everything, so always make sure to sharpen your knife every time, okay? So it's just easy to, it makes your work so easy for you, and it's no hassle to just do it. Hi Marisol Vera, Ruel, hi Ruel. So now we are going to start our soup. So I will just use like a mini pan here for our clam soup. So here, pan into the medium heat, and we are going to use the cooking oil for this. So whatever oil you have, it's okay. So you can use olive oil if you want to have like a healthy option on that, and also grapeseed oil also, it will be fine, but be careful of choosing the olive oil though. So every time you are buying an olive oil, so always make sure that you have it on the bottle. It's not on the plastic container, okay? Because on the plastic container, it's like it's already been processed like 3 times to 4 times. So while in the bottle, it's kind of like a premium one rather than the plastic one. So hi Louise blog. So now we are going to put our cooking oil in the pan. So make sure all the sides of the pan has the cooking oil here. So make sure it's in the medium heat. And now we are going to put our ginger. So ginger first here. So make sure to not burn anything. So once you have the fragrance of the ginger, and that will be it. So my ginger is done. So I am back to get my onion. So onion is here. So this is like a simple recipe, and this recipe you can easily find on your kitchen. You see? I can smell everything. I can smell the onion and I can smell the ginger. And now I'm going to put my tomato. So tomato is here. It's my tomato. So I'll just mix it all up. And at this time, I'm going to put like a tomato, salt here. So put a little bit of salt just to make your tomato and your onion here. So mix it all up. So just to break all the tomatoes here, and the flavor of ginger, and the flavor, of course, of our onion. So put the lid on. So let it simmer for some times, and have the tomato also like be tender. So just leave it for like not too long, maybe around like 2 minutes to 3 minutes. And then of course at that time we are going to put our chilies and also our remaining ingredients, which is lemon and also our coriander stem. So, Maricel Vera. So let me just get my humble clam here. So, here, did you see that? So we'll just leave it for another 1 minute. So lid on. So you guys, if you have any recipe on your mind, you can always ask me to do it. I can always do it for you. Okay? So now, what I'm going to do is just put this fresh chili on the pan and put the lid back on. So our chili is in there. So just make sure that it's all covered up with that spice flavor from the chilies. And now we are going to put around 200 ml of water. So you can always go for a fish stock in here, but water will be like an easy option when you are cooking like a fresh ingredients like this one. So I don't want to ruin anything on this. Hi Nelski! So we'll just simmer it and bring it to boil and then simmer, and then later on we're gonna put a lot of ingredients. So the next ingredients will be my lemon here. So this is a slice of lemon, and of course our coriander stem. So you guys, this is always being thrown by some of the cooks, so they don't want to use the coriander stem, but for me, I don't want to throw anything, so I'll usually use everything on my cooking. So this is a better option if you want to have like a nice flavor and of course a fresh flavor. Mr. Davao, I'll see you later. So here, then that's it. So we are just waiting for our broth to be boiled, and I will just simmer it for some times and then put the rest of the ingredients. So you guys, if you want to ask me something, you can always ask me. Nelski, Ruel, Vera, Mr. Davao. So here. So I'm using like, usually before if, when I didn't had my course on ICCA on culinary, I always make sure to have like a flavor on my broth. So I just use, you know when you buy in the market like a broth in a cubes, so I'll just put that in and flavor it everything. Or I might just go for some flavorings like, you call it, in the Asian supermarket like a magic syrup, just to flavor something. So, but now of course I want to have like a healthy one, so I just skip those flavorings. I will just go for my salt and pepper to flavors everything. So it's just easy to just put salt and flavor on your dish, because that will be the healthy option for you guys to do it, and also the wise option. So because when you buy like cubes on the supermarket, it's always salty. So it's more salty than the usual. So might as well just lessen to do that and just go for the salt and pepper if you want to season your dish. So banana for you. So here, our broth is already boiling here. So at this time, I will just put our lemon. So we'll just squeeze this lemon. This is around like 1 tablespoon of lemon here. And put our coriander stem. So this is so simple, guys. You just need to try this one on. And clams is so nice with this. So look at that. And at this time, I'm gonna add some salt, and this is the perfect time to season everything before we put our clams. So salt in here, and of course, if you wanna put salt, you always put salt for the kitchen. That is salt for the kitchen, okay? So salt, it's not only for your dish, it's also for the kitchen. So here, so what I'm going to do with this one is, I will just try to taste this if our broth is seasoned enough. I'll need some salt. So a little bit more of salt, then we are okay to go. So here, and of course, I want to put some pepper as well. So pepper is done, and we're going to mix it all up. And for the last time, I'm going to taste it and put our clam in, because clam is very easy to cook. Once it's open, then you're done. Now, our broth is perfectly fine and it's well seasoned. Now we are going to put our clam in. Here, so just be careful of putting our clam. So you just need to be careful of putting it. So easy. So you go easy on this one because you don't want to splash those hot broth on yourself. So you just do it carefully. So that's it. Our clam is ready, and just make sure that it has all the flavors of the broth that we have there. So now we are going to just cover it and let it simmer for only 2 minutes. So because clams is just very easy to cook. So all you have to do is just build those broth together and have that broth with the flavors and put the clams in. So that will be the last thing that you... Hi, Pasina! Ayumi, Pasina family! Hello, hello! Thank you for being here. So we are almost done, and now we are almost plated. So time for our our lunch time. So here, so I will just show you my clams, and please, if you're hungry at this time, sorry for that, I'm showing you a nice recipe. So why don't you go to the kitchen and just do the same thing as well. The same cooking. So Maricel Vera, I hope you are here and you can taste this. This is so yum, guys, and it's so easy to cook. Hi, Yana Speak, how are you? So that's it. That's how I make only my my lunch. So actually, this is my lunch for today. So after this, I'm going for a run, and later on, I'll just visit you guys with your live stream after my run. So I'll see you. So here, so we are okay now. See how easy it is to have like a simple recipe on the clams, because this clams is already open. So I'm gonna show you here. You see that? So that's the clam. When it's open like that, then you know that you are ready. So I'm just gonna show you how it looks like. See here? You see that? So that's the lovely clams, and for sure it will taste really, really nice and so fresh. So see you guys next time, and probably I'll be online tomorrow again. So I will take like 20 minutes to 30 minutes of your time for my live stream. So I don't usually go for like an hour live streaming for you guys. I don't want to bore you anyway. So this is it. So this is my lunch for today. So see you. So Nelski, Yana Speak, Ruel, Abelanosa, Mr. Davao, and of course, Ayumi Pasina family, and Maricel Vera. Mwah. See you guys tomorrow. Banana for you. So banana for you and me. See you. Bye-bye.